Kartika says to not feel upset or jealous of people who are prosperous. But how do you stop your heart from breaking when the people who've become prosperous did it in bad ways? They scammed people, they hurt people, they begged, they looted people, they did bad things, and then they became super rich. So how do I stop myself from feeling so broken about that? Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Kartika and you're watching Synchro Shakti. Before I answer it, I just want to bring one thing to your notice. So let's take two sets of people. The first set of people are wanting money. They're doing horrible things to people. They are looting. They're doing the worst. They're even cutting people open and taking their internal organs. They are doing disturbing things. They're taking children, they're taking adults, they're selling them off to sex slavery. But they're not really millionaires or billionaires. These guys are kind of hand and mouth. They're all doing some crap to get some little money into their pockets. That's one group of people. Let's take another disturbing group of people who are also doing similar horrible things to humanity. But this group somehow managed to flourish and become really wealthy, okay? In terms of money, they became financially wealthy. Now, the second group of people who are doing horrible things to humanity and have flourished are the group that is catching your attention more than the group that is generally doing horrible things to other people and pocketing some amount of that profit. So the second group of people, because they're flourishing financially, there is your trigger, because you're not flourishing financially, but they are. So I want you to just, for the beginning of this video, hold this idea and put it to the side. Okay, just be aware that this is the idea. It's not the fact that they've done something horrible, because there are enough human beings who are doing horrible things to everybody who are not rich. That's not catching your attention as much. What's catching your attention as much is the fact that this group has flourished in money and you have not. So I just wanted to take that and put it up here for 2 seconds. You will come back to that really soon. But first, let's look at the law in general, okay? Money is an energy. It doesn't care what kind of human being you are. It doesn't care whether you're a good person or a bad person, whether you're using money for evil reasons or you're using it for good things. Money doesn't care. Money only comes when you magnetize yourself to it, when you have a deep desire and intention for it. It comes because you are magnetizing yourself. So that is the law. But there's another law, which is the law of karma. Now, karma is a law that is not your battle to fight. Karma is a law that is happening at a universal level to every human being on this planet based on their intentions. Now, all of us are one. This whole universe is one consciousness. We're all connected. So when we intend harm on any human being, any part of us wanted to hurt that person in any way, we are essentially hurting ourselves. So the karmic law basically states that what you do unto others is what you're doing unto yourself. And this is not so much as actions as it is your intention behind that action. Now, that intention that comes from it is okay to harm another human being because they're less than me, I'm okay to hurt them. That energy of I want to hurt them, I need to hurt them in order to get what I want, that energy is not an energy of love, it's not an energy of abundance, it's not an energy of peace, it's not a peaceful place. It's coming from a place of brokenness, of desperation, of I'll do whatever it takes. It's coming from an emptiness. The law of karma, just like the law of attraction, states what energy I put out is what I'm going to get back. So this brings me to the next part, okay? Now these guys are wealthy financially. Real wealth is not just financial wealth, it's also having a very good loving relationship with yourself, having very good loving relationships with each other, having really good health, having peace of mind. Now, these guys have financial freedom, yes. They are wealthy in terms of they're rich, in terms of money, yes. But they are spiritually poor. Are you jealous? Is your heart breaking because they are spiritually poor? They have spiritual poverty? Now, what kind of wealth are you seeking for? The kind where you have only money but you have spiritual poverty? Or are you looking for the wealth which is overall wealth? There is beautiful money, but there's beautiful relationship with others and yourself. There is peace of mind. There is true peace of mind. Now understand, the people who have become wealthy by hurting each other do not have peace of mind. They need to have a gun underneath their pillows. They need to have bodyguards. They need to cover up so many lies. At any time their house of cards can be broken down. They are living in more suffering than you are ever even aware of. So now you tell me, who are you more jealous of? Why be jealous of people who don't have true wealth? Leave the rest to karma. Now coming back to that first point I told you, if you take what is the actual trigger, is not that these guys became wealthy by doing bad things. The actual trigger is that they are wealthy and you are not. So the trigger is that you are upset that you have not reached financial freedom and that you feel like a victim to your family, to circumstances, to whatever other reasons that have caused you to get stuck in a reality where you're struggling. So today it's them that is triggering you, that they became rich by doing bad things. Tomorrow it's somebody else that will trigger you, and day after it'll be something else that'll trigger you, because the wound is that you are stuck and you are feeling hurt in life. That is the wound. Now, in human consciousness, people will evolve in their own timing. The whole of life is like a school. You're expecting a toddler to do 10 standard maths. Cannot do it. He's not developed enough to do 10 standard maths. Same thing, you're expecting people who are doing wrong to others, whether they're flourishing or not flourishing, you're expecting them to know how to do the right things. They have not developed there yet. Their own spiritual journey will take them. Every saint was once a sinner, right? Each of us have done something in our lives where we have consciously or unconsciously harmed somebody or hurt somebody, and every day we learn and we grow. So that is an individual's decision and an individual journey. Your battle is not with those guys. Those guys will continue to exist as long as the human mind is broken on the inside, which is broken for each of us. Each of us has our healing to do. Each of us feels like there's an enemy outside. Some of us learn to understand what is truly happening, so we go into a path of mindfulness and we go into the path of non-duality. So some of us do that, but some of us continue to think that the enemy is outside. It's my family, it's the government, it's these bad guys, they are the enemy, and they never understand the deeper truths of this universe. And as long as you don't take time to understand the deeper truths of this universe, you lose a lot of energy fighting the wrong battle. And when you just leave it up to so one thing you should know, human consciousness changes when individual consciousness changes. If you took more time, instead of blaming the outside world for your circumstances, if you took more time to really understand your God essence and your power to create, and you're not a victim to anything, if you understood deeper your own mind and how the mind functions, your personal evolution, just because I told you we're all one, is going to impact the world stronger than if you spent all your life hating on other people who became wealthy. So human consciousness changes first as my consciousness changes. It's a change in individuals. And as long as we battle somebody else outside saying that person's the enemy, just by the law of attraction, what I judge, what I resist will continue to exist. Because that is the law. What I give attention to, I will continue to create. So the more I'm upset at other people doing bad things for money, the more I'm going to be stuck in a position where I continue to be upset about other people doing bad things for money. Now leave that journey of evolution of theirs and their karma to them. You can hold positive intentions, but your cursing is not going to make a difference to either your financial destiny or their karmic journey catching up with them. Leave their karma to them. Remember, its law of attraction is a vibrational law. So focus more on the good in this universe. Focus more on the beautiful things happening, and Earth will form more in that direction. If you're going to keep having a war on something, Earth will form more in that direction, because it's a vibrational place. How much drugs do we have in this world today? How many years have we been fighting drugs? How much slavery is there in this world today? Everybody is a slave to something or the other. How much slavery have we been fighting for so many years? Is it that fighting something has eliminated it from the world? The very fact that we still have wars to this day should tell you that it's not about fighting against the elements of the earth. It's about focusing more on what you want instead of what you don't want, because the law of attraction is not going away anytime soon. Focus more on what you want. Bless them that they find their way, but you focus on your personal financial journey. And again, final invite for you to come to the Master Your Money Energy Code. If you're ready to go within yourself and work by transforming you as a human being, not blaming anybody else for your circumstance. If you're ready to do that, come study this class called Master Your Money Energy Code. This is where we are shifting ourselves vibrationally into a totally different reality. If that is for you, come, and I look forward to seeing you live in class.